This video is going to be about comparing and contrasting the healthcare systems in Fresno and our host city in the Dominican Republic, San Pedro. The main factors we're going to talk about is about how accessible a hospital or clinic is, how to deal with poverty, and also about the importance of sex education. The Dominican Republic is a third world country. It does not mean they don't have necessities for treatments within hospitals. But unlike Fresno, even finding medication and treatment like Neosporin and even a Band-Aid is still hard to find in the Dominican Republic. For Fresno and San Pedro, we're only going to focus on the individuals who are needy and poor. While doing research on this report, finding information on San Pedro alone was quite difficult, but figured that the Dominican as a whole has the same living conditions, hence a third world country. The first comparison we can make is that money is the root of all problems. Since we are comparing the poor population in Fresno to a poor country, money will always be the reason. So those who are poor and cannot make a living will have a hard time accessing hospital care. This is poverty. Everyone says the way to get out of poverty is to get a job, which can be true in Fresno, where there are job opportunities everywhere. In the Dominican, the poorest individuals will have to depend on tourism or work in the fields. The reason why this relates to the healthcare systems in general is that people will avoid hospital bills if they know they cannot afford it. No money means they can't get treated. This also means they can't afford health insurance, so everything will come out of their pockets. In Fresno, 14% of the population does not have health insurance, and those who are covered are most likely covered by Obamacare, a health insurance that has covered more than 16 million Americans. In the Dominican Republic, health insurance with government health care services is only entitled to those who work and earn less than $4,000 a month. This only applies to workers and not their family, with an exception to their spouse only if they are pregnant. They also have a system called Iguala, which is provided by employers where workers have the access of services at specific clinics with a monthly subscription. The only downside to this is that if the specific clinic cannot provide a service, they will have to look into another clinic, which then would not be covered. Another important factor to compare and contrast within the areas is sex education. Sex education in the Dominican Republic is not taught through school, nor is it taught by parents. Many young teens will have sex without knowing what it is and how to be cautious about getting an infection. Talking about sex in the country is taboo, and when we visited the Bateas, some men found it upsetting or embarrassing to learn about how to use a condom. Also, abortion is illegal, unlike Fresno, where there is access to a clinic to abort. Sex education is very important in the California's healthcare system because they are aware of the numbers of unwanted teen pregnancies. Also, learning about sex makes us aware of possible sexually transmitted diseases. And the truth to all of this is, it is within one's belief to make a change. With all of the possible solutions to solving the problems of healthcare and making awareness on safe sex, we cannot always change an individual's beliefs without them wanting to do so. Even if we can solve poverty and give people a better life, poverty happens worldwide, and maybe it happens because they prefer living that way. Even if we can fix a man up with surgery, some culture may believe it is not necessary. And even if we can prevent disease through sex education, some people would not believe in the use of a simple condom. But seeing that there is always two sides to every world, where Fresno may be more technological and educational, and the Dominican Republic is still a third world country, with a group of 12 students, we could have made a slight difference, and I am glad to have been a part of it.